Do you ever look around your home and feel a wave of overwhelm wash over you? Maybe you spend hours tidying, only for the clutter to reappear as if by magic the very next day. Perhaps you find yourself sighing when an unexpected guest rings the doorbell, wishing your space felt more serene, more reflective of the peaceful life you want to live. It's a common frustration. Isn't it that nagging feeling that you're constantly cleaning but never quite getting ahead? Or that your home just doesn't feel as calm and welcoming as you'd like? Many wonderful seniors I know have told me they feel like their homes are a constant battle, a never-ending chore list, and it steals away precious time they could be spending on hobbies, with loved ones, or simply relaxing. It's a painful reality for so many of us, the silent stress that a cluttered or untidy home can bring, impacting not just our physical space, but our peace of mind. But what if I told you there's a secret, a way that some seniors manage to keep their homes looking effortlessly spotless, serene, and inviting? Without spending all day cleaning, they don't have housekeepers, and they certainly aren't scrubbing tirelessly. Instead, they've adopted a handful of simple, daily habits that transform their homes from a source of stress into a haven of tranquility. These aren't big, daunting tasks, but gentle, consistent routines that build up to remarkable results. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain and unveil 6 daily habits that seniors with consistently spotless homes live by. These habits are surprisingly easy to integrate into your life, and they promise to bring not just order, but a profound sense of peace and freedom to your home and your mind. You might even find yourself looking forward to these small routines, seeing them as moments of quiet accomplishment rather than tiresome chores. So, settle in, because you're about to discover how truly effortless a peaceful home can be. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Let's dive right into the first habit that these seniors embrace. A habit so simple it almost feels like cheating, but it's incredibly powerful in preventing clutter from ever gaining a foothold. It's what I like to call the daily reset, or some might call it the touch-up 10. Imagine your day winding down, perhaps after dinner, or just before you settle in for the evening. Instead of collapsing on the sofa amidst the remnants of the day, these wise folks take just 10 to 15 minutes, maximum, to reset their main living areas. Think of it as a gentle tidying up before bed. This isn't deep cleaning. It's about putting things back where they belong. The throw blanket gets folded and placed over the arm of the chair, not crumpled on the floor. Those magazines you were reading are stacked neatly on the coffee table or returned to their shelf. Any dishes in the sink are quickly rinsed and loaded into the dishwasher. Yes, even if it's just a few. Cushions on the sofa get fluffed, and if there's a stray coat or sweater, it finds its way back to the closet or laundry hamper. The magic of this daily reset is that it prevents small messes from escalating into overwhelming clutter. Picture this: you wake up in the morning, and instead of being greeted by the visual noise of yesterday's activities, your living room is tidy, your kitchen counters are clear, and there's a sense of calm. This immediate visual order sets a positive tone for your entire day. It removes that low-level hum of stress that comes from knowing there's a mess waiting for you. It's a small investment of time that pays massive dividends in peace of mind. Many of these seniors tell me it's become a comforting ritual, a way to signal the end of the day's activities and transition into relaxation. It's not about perfection. It's about consistently bringing things back to a baseline of neatness. If you miss a night, don't fret. Just pick it up the next evening. The key is the consistency, building that small habit until it feels natural, almost automatic. You'll be amazed at how much cleaner your home feels overall just from this one simple habit. Now that we've seen how simple daily resets can transform your morning, let's explore another foundational habit that prevents clutter from even starting. This one is often called the one-touch rule. It's an incredibly effective strategy for those items that seem to multiply on our surfaces. Here's the idea: when you pick something up, or when an item comes into your home, you handle it only once. This means no more setting things down just for a minute or creating temporary piles. If you pick up a book, you either put it back on the shelf or you take it to the spot where you intend to read it. If you walk into the kitchen with a plate, it goes directly into the dishwasher or sink for washing. It doesn't get placed on the counter for later. If you're undressing, clothes go straight into the hamper or are hung back up. They don't land on a chair or the floor. Think about how many times you handle an item before it reaches its final destination. A piece of mail comes in. You set it on the kitchen counter. Later, you move it to the dining table. Then, perhaps to a pile on your desk. Each touch is a decision. And each temporary resting spot creates a tiny bit of clutter. The one-touch rule bypasses all that wasted effort. When you bring groceries home, they go directly into the pantry or fridge. When you take off your shoes, they go directly into the shoe rack or designated spot by the door. It sounds almost too simple to be revolutionary, doesn't it? But it's about making a conscious decision in that moment, rather than postponing it. The initial effort of putting something away immediately is almost always less than the effort required to deal with a growing pile of things later. Seniors who live by this rule often comment on how much less mental clutter they have, simply because they aren't constantly thinking about where to put things or what needs to be tidied up. It frees up their minds for more enjoyable pursuits, creating a seamless flow in their daily activities. This habit, combined with the daily reset, truly prevents accumulation and keeps the home feeling consistently fresh and tidy. Now that we've discussed how simple daily resets and the one-touch rule can transform your home, let's explore how these seniors keep clutter from ever taking root by making their movements around the home more efficient. These habits really start to make a difference, don't they? Now that we've discussed the power of the daily reset and the one-touch rule, let's talk about a clever habit that turns every movement into a small act of tidying. It's often called the empty hand rule, or never go empty-handed. This habit is elegantly simple whenever you leave a room. Scan around for anything that belongs in another room you're heading towards, and take it with you. For example, if you're leaving the bedroom to go to the kitchen, glance around. Is there an empty water glass that belongs in the kitchen? A book that belongs in the living room? An item of clothing that needs to go downstairs to the laundry? Pick it up and carry it with you. This isn't about becoming a human conveyor belt, constantly ferrying items. It's about leveraging movements you're already making. Instead of walking into the kitchen empty-handed, you might bring that stray mug from the living room on your way back to the bedroom. You might take the remote control that somehow ended up on the dining table. Think of how many times you move between rooms in a day. Each of those trips becomes a mini tidying opportunity. Over time, this habit significantly reduces the accumulation of stray items that migrate from one room to another and then just sit there, creating visual clutter. It becomes an almost unconscious reflex, a gentle, continuous act of decluttering. Seniors who practice this often say it feels like a natural part of their movement, requiring no extra effort or thought. They just glance, grab, and go. It's incredibly satisfying to look back and see that an item that was out of place is now exactly where it should be, simply because you took a second to bring it with you. This continuous, low-effort relocation means you're never faced with a daunting pile of things to put away at the end of the day. Now that we've seen how making every step count can keep your home tidy, let's talk about another habit that tackles those persistent trouble spots head-on: the 5-minute zone cleanup. We all have them, don't we? Those areas that seem to attract clutter or get messy quicker than others. Maybe it's the kitchen counter by the sink, the top of a dresser, or that one chair that becomes a clothes rack. Instead of waiting for these zones to become overwhelmingly messy, the seniors with Spotless homes tackle them in small, manageable bursts. Each day, they dedicate just 5 minutes to one specific problem zone. Just 5 minutes. This isn't about deep cleaning the entire bathroom. It's about spending 5 concentrated minutes tidying or cleaning a small, defined area. For example, on Monday, It might be clearing off and wiping down the kitchen counter next to the stove. Tuesday. You might focus on sorting the pile of mail on the dining table. Wednesday could be wiping down the bathroom sink and faucet. The beauty of this habit is that it prevents these hot spots from spiraling out of control. 5 minutes is such a short amount of time that it doesn't feel like a chore. It's approachable, sustainable, and surprisingly effective. You set a timer for 5 minutes, choose your zone, and work until the timer goes off. When you're done, you immediately see a noticeable improvement in that area, which provides a wonderful sense of accomplishment and motivation. These small, consistent efforts mean that no single area ever gets truly overwhelming. It's like a daily maintenance checkup for your home, ensuring that grime and clutter don't have a chance to settle in. It breaks down what could be a big, daunting cleaning task into tiny, easy-to-do daily actions. It's truly amazing how quickly these small, consistent efforts add up to a beautifully maintained home. Next, we'll dive into how these seniors manage incoming items and maintain a clear mind. The power of these consistent, gentle habits truly starts to show, doesn't it? We've seen how the daily reset, the one-touch rule, the empty hand rule, and the 5-minute zone cleanup combine to create a continuously tidy environment. But for a truly peaceful home, these seniors also focus on managing the inflow of items, especially those that tend to pile up. This brings us to our 5th crucial habit, the mail and paper purge. Paper clutter is often one of the biggest culprits when it comes to overwhelming our surfaces and our minds. Bills, junk mail, newspapers, magazines, flyers, they can accumulate rapidly, creating messy stacks that quickly become unmanageable. Seniors with spotless homes deal with mail and papers immediately. As soon as they come into the house, they have a designated sorting station, often right by the front door or in the kitchen, and they approach new mail with a simple, decisive system. Over the trash can, they immediately discard all junk mail, flyers, and anything else they don't need. Anything sensitive gets shredded right away. Bills are opened, noted, and placed directly into a designated to-pay file or scanned if they prefer digital. Magazines are either read immediately and then recycled, or placed in a single, neat stack in a specific spot for reading later. Important documents are filed away in their proper place without delay. The key here is prevention. They don't let a pile of mail ever form. The moment it enters the house, it's processed. This habit prevents surfaces like kitchen counters, dining tables, and entryways from becoming paper graveyards. It frees up space, reduces visual clutter, and eliminates the stress of searching for an important document amidst a mountain of unread papers. It takes a few minutes, but it saves hours of frustration and gives an immediate sense of control. This proactive approach to paper management is a hallmark of a truly serene home. Finally, we come to the 6th habit, one that ensures the home remains not just tidy, but truly curated and peaceful: the daily declutter scan, or sometimes called the one-item-out rule. While the previous habits prevent new clutter, this one focuses on the items already in your home. It's about keeping things from accumulating over time, about maintaining a steady flow of items out of the home. These seniors perform a quick, gentle scan of their living spaces each day, usually as part of their daily reset or just while moving about their home. As they walk through a room, they notice anything that no longer serves a purpose, doesn't bring joy, or is simply broken or unused. It might be an old magazine, a dried-up pen, a forgotten trinket, or an item of clothing that no longer fits or is worn out. If they see something that needs to go, they immediately place it in a designated donation box, a recycling bin, or the trash. This isn't a deep dive into every cupboard or drawer. It's a surface-level check for easy wins, and often, they pair this with the one-item-out rule whenever something new comes into the home. Say, a new sweater, a new mug, or a new book. They commit to letting go of one similar item. New shirt comes in, an old shirt goes out, new cookbook bought, an old one donated. This intentional act prevents the gradual accumulation that can creep up on us all. It keeps the volume of possessions manageable and ensures that everything in their home is truly loved and used. This habit fosters a mindset of mindfulness and intentionality about what they keep in their homes. It's not about minimalism, but about having only what genuinely enhances their life and brings them joy. It's a continuous, gentle editing process that ensures their homes remain light, airy, and free from unnecessary burdens. This consistent shedding of unwanted items is the final piece of the puzzle for seniors who maintain truly spotless and peaceful homes. So, there you have it, the 6 daily habits that seniors with consistently spotless homes live by. It's not about endless scrubbing or heroic efforts. It's about consistency, small, mindful actions, and the gentle art of preventing clutter before it starts. We've talked about the daily reset, giving your main living areas a quick tidy before bed to wake up to peace. We explored the one-touch rule, handling items once and putting them directly where they belong, preventing piles from forming. We then dove into the empty hand rule, turning every movement between rooms into a mini tidying opportunity. The 5-minute zone cleanup empowers you to tackle those tricky spots in tiny, manageable bursts, so no area ever becomes overwhelming. We discussed the mail and paper purge, dealing with incoming paper immediately to keep surfaces clear and your mind calm. And finally, the daily declutter scan, or one item out rule, ensuring a steady flow of items out of your home, maintaining a curated, peaceful environment. Remember, these aren't chores designed to add to your stress. They are practices designed to cultivate peace, freedom, and enjoyment in your daily life. Small changes, consistently applied, truly make an enormous difference to your home and your happiness. The real surprise about these habits, the thing you might not expect, is how much more time and mental energy you suddenly find for yourself. It's not just about having a clean house. It's about freeing yourself from the constant mental burden of mess, about reclaiming your space as a sanctuary, and about creating a backdrop for a life filled with ease and joy. Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home is always ready for company, always a comfortable haven for you. This isn't just about surface appearances. It's about cultivating a deep sense of calm and control over your environment, which then ripples out into every other area of your life. It allows you to focus on what truly matters, to relax more deeply, and to embrace every moment without the silent hum of unfinished business in your home. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Which of these habits resonates most with you? Are there any small daily habits you already practice that keep your home feeling peaceful? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be incredibly helpful to someone else on their journey to a more serene home. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We're here to bring you more practical advice and uplifting content to help you live your best life at every age. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, you deserve that peace and joy in your home and your heart.